Hello everyone, it's Olivia Kate from the King's Daughters, and today, since it is almost the beginning of the school year, which is kind of upsetting, I'm going to be talking about something that I've kind of struggled with in my life, and I feel like it's something that a lot of other people will struggle with if they haven't already, or people do struggle with or have struggled with before. So if you couldn't read the title, that means that this week's video is about popularity and kind of acceptance and like wanting to fit in. I'm not going to try and be like, oh, my life is perfect, blah, 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 blah. I've struggled with wanting to like fit in and, you know, be in certain groups or whatever, because I feel like that's something that people do. It's something that a lot of people struggle with, especially in our society, and everyone having this perfect image of the popular girl or like the popular guy or, you know, whatever it is. And that's something that's kind of been hard for me and something that I've had to deal with. But I'm going to try and help you guys kind of gain some clarity on this through this video, so stick with me. So I'm only going to focus on one verse today, and that verse is Romans 12:2, and it says, "Do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewal of your mind, that by testing you may discern what is the will of God, what is good and acceptable and perfect." Okay, so the reason that I wanted to focus on only one verse this week is because I feel like this verse is very complex and it has a lot of things to talk about. So at the very beginning of the verse it says, "Do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewal of your mind." So it's saying do not be conformed to this world. Like, don't try and fit in with what the world is, because in the end, you know, we're not of the world. We're not permanently here. We're just passing through on our way to heaven. It says, do not be conformed to this world, but you should focus on what is good and acceptable and what is perfect and what's the will of God. And if there are people who are going out and like partying and doing kind of bad things, and that's what the world says to do, you shouldn't be conformed to do that. You should be focusing on what is the will of God, what is good, acceptable, and what is perfect. You shouldn't be trying to go for the world's approval, because this is how I've always thought of it. You shouldn't try to go out and do things that the world will approve of. You shouldn't go out and try and like party and, you know, do a ton of bad things. You should be trying to live like Jesus while you're here on earth. You should be trying to do what Jesus would do. You should try to be Christ to others, because you might be the only Christ-like figure they ever meet. And that's something that I really try to focus on, because when you get to heaven, it's not going to be those popular people on earth that you were trying to fit in with. They're saying, you know, oh, you came to this party on that Friday night, you know, that one time in high school, so you're getting into heaven, congrats. It's not going to be like that. It's going to be God saying, you know, you believed in me, you stood up for me, you stayed strong in your faith, and that's why you get to party eternally with me in heaven. You shouldn't be living for the Friday night parties. You should be living for the eternal party with Jesus, which I can assure you is so much better than any party that popular group could throw. Ever since I was younger, my mom had always told me that we're not meant to be of this world, we're just on this world. We're like simply on the earth, and we're not supposed to be trying to conform to what the world is saying to do. So I know it can be hard to resist the temptation of wanting to try and fit in and wanting to try and be cool and popular. But when you think about it, the heavenly reward is going to be so much better than anything those popular people could give you. It's going to be so much better than any group they could allow you into. It's going to be so much better than any party they could invite you to. The heavenly reward is what we should strive for, and not anything of this earth or on this earth. Popularity is something that a lot of people crave these days. It's something that our society tells us we need to be. It's something that a lot of people you see on TV shows are striving to be. It's something that challenges people to question their morals. But Romans 12:2 tells us to not conform to the patterns of this world, to just focus on God's will and what is perfect and what is good. And I don't know about you, but I have a feeling that the eternal party with God is going to be so much better than that Friday night party with the popular group. And I hope you think so too. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it gives you something to think about this school year as you go into school and you kind of deal with groups of people and things like that. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you all next Saturday. Bye!